Welcome everyone to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and next to me is the coldest man on the planet, so that's why I've got my jumper on. He was the hottest man on the planet 4 weeks ago. Since then, he's jumped out of the fridge and into the freezer. It's La Liga, it's Number Juan. How are you, sir?
Man, last weekend was horrible. The worst weekend I had in this season. Frankly, I don't know what happened. Barcelona let me down. Everybody let me down. Eibar won, but the other team didn't score. So yeah, it was just disaster.
So you went 0-4.
Yes.
So you're sleeping with the ice cubes.
Yes. I'm in a glacier.
You are an iceberg. Yeah. And our pot, it keeps running into it, Martin. He's letting the side down. But to be fair to him, at least he was hot at some stage.
Yeah, he's had overall, Number One's had a great season. I agree that La Liga's been very difficult recently. I've had some results go against me too. Just a horrible league to be betting on right now. Favourites keep struggling. Any trends that you notice seem to just fall apart at the moment. Lots of teams, like the big teams, are all gearing up for European commitments. So it's a difficult one to analyse right now, but hopefully we'll get back on track this week.
Okay, well, let's kick off with the records and see how much damage the iceberg's done. Please, Rafa. La Liga overall record, still 14.5 units of profit. It is a tough league, I'll give you that. Average price of 2.02s, but it's 14.5 units of profit, not red, not owed, it's won. Okay, and the individual records, please, Rafa. Martin, 1.8. You just got your little head above the parapet at Number One. Still 12.7 units. Have you been updating that bet diary with your losses, Number One?
I have.
You've done good then. So you lost 4 units last week and you're at 12.7. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm quite pleased about that. You've done good. So now you get back on it this week. And you know why you're going to do well this week? Because you're going to stay away from Sevilla.
Definitely.
Remember last week, we don't talk about old girlfriends. Martin, I'm going to start with you. Eibar 1.7 minus 143, draw 3.82 plus 282, Mallorca 5.5 plus 450. Eibar, Martin, very skinny price.
It is a pretty skinny price, but I got 1.72 earlier actually. I think it looks like it's gone into about 1.7 now. But you know, I don't want to take too many risks this week. I want to play it relatively safe. A lot of results have been very strange of late, so home wins are starting to look attractive to me right now. Obviously, we know how bad Mallorca are on the road. They've gone without a single victory away all season. 2 draws, 10 defeats out of 12 games. Whereas, you know, Eibar are actually pretty good at home. They've only drawn once. 6 wins, 5 defeats, so they're a bit of an all-or-nothing team at home. I think they've got enough quality going forwards to exploit Mallorca's weaknesses at the back. So, yeah, I'm just going for a home win in this one.
Okay.
You could throw in like a under 4.5 goals or something like that if you wanted a bit more value.
Okay, Eibar 1.7 minus 143. Number One, you've got a selection in this as well.
Yes, I was with Martin, but I tried to add a little bit more of value, and I choose Eibar under 4.5 at 1.95.
1.95, you've gone for Eibar to beat Mallorca.
Correct, and you know, Mallorca has never won this season outside their Iceland, and none of their previous games between each other has gone above 3 goals. So I believe Eibar, or Eibar in Spanish, is going to win, but not by a big margin.
See, when I roll my sleeves up, you know what's coming, don't you? First game, I think this is the biggest European trap on all 3 cards, La Liga, Bundesliga and Serie A. I know that Alex, Chef Michael and Radek are going to be over the moon, but Eibar at 1.7 minus 143 is my European trap. I think this is a draw, or I think that Mallorca actually finally gets something on the road. But good luck, gentlemen.
And let's hope so.
Good luck. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm 8-1 or 8-2 on the trap. So that Eibar are getting the trap this week. Now, Number One. Talk to me as if you're lying on this psychiatrist couch. Atletico Madrid at 1.92, which is minus 109. Draw 3.4, which is plus 240. And now, this female name, Sevilla, 4.75 plus 375. Why have you gone with a game with Sevilla in it?
It was tough. It was tough.
Oh, it's going to get worse.
I've seen it. I've seen a trend. In the last 6 games between each other, all of them, both teams scored.
Right.
Both of them. And look at this value at 2.25, both teams to score.
Wow.
I have to take that chance. I know most of the people is going for both teams to score, not.
Yeah.
But I have to see the trend and say, I don't care who wins. Sevilla can lose 6-1, 8-2, I don't care. As long as both teams score, I'm happy with it. And I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, but you're relying on Sevilla.
I'm just relying one goal.
Well, I know.
Look, man, it's hard sometimes.
I know, but she's rung you up and said, look, I know I've been bad to you in the past, but maybe just this one more time you'll give me a chance.
Yeah, this is the last time. Here in Sevilla, this is the last time. Don't screw me over. Enough is enough. Come on.
Exactly. This is the last time again. For the last time, this is going to be the last time.
Yes, exactly. That's what I say all the time.
Okay, Martin, do you think Sevilla score?
Not necessarily. I think Atletico Madrid are pretty solid at the back at home. It's a bit of a fortress, Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. Let's have a look. How many goals? They've conceded 7 goals in 13 home games this season. That's extraordinary, really. Very, very tight at the back there. I have to go for the home win in this game. A little bit nervous because obviously they've got a big Champions League tie coming up and they want to preserve themselves a bit for the Liverpool clash. But also you have to look at the league table right now. Atletico Madrid are 5th. That leaves them 2 points behind Sevilla in 3rd. It's important for them to regain their status as a top 3 club within La Liga, qualify automatically for next season's Champions League. That's important for their financial footing. So this is a really big game for them. I think Diego Simeone is going to get them really fired up for it. They've also got a pretty big squad, and there's going to be people that want to play for a place in that Champions League clash. So don't really trust Sevilla on the road. I'm going to go for Atletico Madrid to win 1.92.
Martin, when is the Liverpool-Atletico Madrid game?
2 weeks.
It is. Sorry, internet's been a bit slow.
Don't worry, we got all day.
Next Wednesday.
So it is basically, so after this weekend, it's straight to Anfield and it's deliver and knockout, or potentially knock out the current Champions League champions. Okay, so you're just going Atletico Madrid at 1.92, are you, Martin?
I am indeed, yeah. We saw they did a number on Liverpool here, and I'm hoping that they can do the same to a much vastly inferior Sevilla side.
Well, I'm going to be cheering on the 2-1.
Let's hope so.
That's what you want.
A 2-1 Atletico Madrid.
But you know you can't trust her. You know that, don't you? No. I'm like your dad, saying, listen, I know I'm not going to be able to talk you out of this one, but why did you do it? She breaks your heart. She breaks your heart every time.
This time it's going to work.
Okay, let's hope. Yeah, okay, good luck to you. Valladolid, 3.02, which is plus 202. Draw, 2.9, which is plus 190 in Atletico. Bilbao, 2.83, plus 183. Number 1, where are you going?
Valladolid, straight win. Is a great value at 3.02. It's amazing. Atletico Bilbao has only won one of their 13 away games this season. So far, it's the lowest figure since 2001. Also, last game between each other in Valladolid, end up for the home side, 1-0. It's not going to be a high-scoring game. Maybe you want under 2.5, but I'm sticking with the Valladolid win. Big value, 3.0. In fact, I think it's going to be my banker this week.
Banker, you're
yes.
flowing. I'm going to ask you for your banker again at the end, because I know that your mind's a little bit mixed up at the moment and you've got your mind on other things. So I will come back to you on that. Martin, Getafe, 1.87 minus 115, draw 3.4 plus 240. Celta Vigo, 5.2 plus 420. I like the Alec Classic here.
Yeah, sounds good. Obviously, Getafe play a bit more ambitious football than they did last season. Got a lot of good forwards. They're not quite as tight at the back as they were last term, so I can see why why people would be up for that bet. I just think this is a really good opportunity for Getafe to get back to winning ways. I know that Celta Vigo have been in much improved form in recent weeks. I've actually backed them a couple of times. You can't ever write off a team that's got Iago Aspas, and I think they will be safe from relegation. But this is a Getafe side that still harbour genuine ambitions of getting back into the top. Well, they're in the top 4, but nailing down that Champions League place. Narrowly missed out last season. They didn't mope about it. They've come back, renewed vigour, and they've had a great season. They returned to winning ways last time out, beat Mallorca in Mallorca, which isn't the easiest task. Now I think, at home against Celta Vigo, they can go on and win this one. So I'm going for the home team again, 1.87.
Okay, I wouldn't put anyone off. Maybe Getafe to win and both teams to score. Alex Classic, both teams to score. I think there's definitely goals in this game. But good luck with Getafe at 1.87, which is minus 115. Number Juan, Barcelona, 1.37, minus 271. Draw, 5.55, which is plus 455. And Real Sociedad at 9.0, which is plus 800. So I know you're going to go for Barcelona, number one, but how you found value with minus 271?
Look, Sociedad is the opposite of me at the moment.
Well, they're hot. They're hot.
They're hot. They're playing
but if
well.
they were warm, they'd be the opposite of you as well.
Yeah. Mighty warm.
Yeah.
No, I believe that Sociedad is going to have a great game with Barcelona, maybe even shock them.
Wow.
Look, there's rumors going everywhere that Setien doesn't have the confidence of the team because why not?
Did they win 5-0 and Messi scored 4? Last
but
week?
against Eibar.
Okay, Eibar, that's my trap of the week. Yeah,
I think Eibar is going to win.
Okay,
I still
okay.
believe that. But I'm not going with Sociedad either. It's too risky.
Yes.
So I'm going with both teams to score at 1.72. It's like not too risky, not great value, but it's pretty decent. It's decent. Of the last 6 games between each other, 5 of them, both teams scored. So yeah, I'm gonna think maybe a 2-1 favor Barcelona.
Yeah,
maybe
Barcelona don't keep any
2-2.
clean sheets, do they?
No, they don't. They don't have a great defense. The Piqué is old. Lenglet is very good, but Samuel Umtiti is just like So yeah, I'm not very confident in the defense.
Okay, both teams to score at 1.72, which is probably around 135. Last game, Martin Green, Villarreal 1.77, which is minus 130. Draw 3.71, which is plus 271. And Leganes 5.2, plus 420. Where are you going with it?
Yeah, again, not complicating things. Villarreal, both teams to score, has been a pretty classic bet this season. But I'm just looking at the winners market again. Mallorca aren't the only team without a victory away from home this season. Leganes have also not recorded a single victory on the road. 5 draws, 7 defeats in 12 games. They've only scored 6 times. That's why I'm not going for both teams to score in this one. Villarreal's greatest weakness is at the back. And I don't really think that Leganes have the firepower to trouble them, especially after the transfer that we just saw last month with Braithwaite. So I just think straight Villarreal win. I think they've got the firepower to gun down Leganes in this game. So yeah, straight win, 1.77, not complicating it, and hoping for the best.
Martin, can you give me a banker?
Well, I won't be going for Eibar now that it's your trap of the week, so I will go for Villarreal.
Okay, I thought you might have gone for Atletico because you know that they're going to beat Sevilla, and just hope they don't keep a clean sheet as well. Otherwise, I'm going to have to. He'll be coming in next week, number one, on his hands and knees. But number one, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Remember,
We
my
don't wanna-
banker, Valladolid to win.
Oh yeah, we've got your banker. That's a massive banker as well, 3.02, which is plus 202. Martin, I'll see you tomorrow on Premier League Punters, where we're going great guns. Get your head in the books, and we'll have another great weekend. Good luck to you, mate.
Thanks, Mash. See you next.
Bye, people.
Okay, so that's Martin and number one saying adios from La Liga this weekend. Now we're going to go to Bundesliga, where Bayern Munich have absolutely turned a corner, put their foot down, And I tell you what, another couple of weeks like they're having, and they're not going to have anyone in their rearview mirror. And we've got Radek and we've got Alex. And Radek, first of all, Bayern Munich really turning on the class.
Yes, 6-0 against Hoffenheim is a result you expect in tennis, but it's not so often in football. And they might have won even higher if there wasn't any interruption by some crazy fans, so-called fans.
No Lewandowski neither, Alex. They score 6. What a scary thought that is for the Bundesliga teams.
And I thought that my minus 1.5 is in danger, but when they're scoring 6 like that for fun, this is what we love to see from Bayern Munich. Yeah, and to be honest, a little bit lucky because RB Leipzig were kept to a 1-1 draw by Leverkusen, as we predicted. Remember, Flash, last week?
Yeah.
So that was a good bet, but yeah, I think that Bayern are going to win another title in Bundesliga.
Okay, first of all, Rafa, can we have a look at the Bundesliga record, please? Here we go. Overall record, profit of 5. Your profit is less than Bayern Munich scored last week, but it is profit, gentlemen. Average price 2.01, and their individual records, please, Rafa. There you go. Alex, 10.7. And Radek, you're happy around the 5.7 with a little minus, but it could have been worse. Let's see if we can get ourselves and our teeth right into this. We've only got 4 games because you boys have duplicated on 2. I'm going to start with you, Radek. Bayern Munich, 1.11 minus 900. The draw, 11.5, which is plus 1050. And Augsburg at 29.0, which is plus 2800.
I have 3 reasons for maybe some kind of unreasonable bet, because Bayern Munich played yesterday in the cup game just 1-0 against Schalke, and they have to play against Chelsea next week. So they are between 2 tough games and now facing Augsburg at home. And Augsburg is a team who always is 150 or 190% better against Bayern Munich than in every other game, and they managed to keep the games close against Bayern within the last games. And I think Bayern always tends to doesn't want to harm their neighbor, because Augsburg is about 60 kilometers from Munich, and it's like a small brother. And I think Bayern is not beating them up like they could at the moment, because Augsburg is not that impressive. But I think in this game, the Asian handicap on Augsburg is very attractive. They have an Asian handicap plus 2.75 around a fair odd of 2, and you get 1.9 for that. So if Augsburg loses with 2 goals difference, the bet is won. If they lose with 3 goals different, what they did only twice within the last 10 years, I think, then the bet will be lost half. So I stick to Augsburg that they will be within 2 goals, and then the bet is a good one.
Yeah, I mean, there's more chance of Nelson getting his eye back than them only getting beat by 2 goals, the way that Bayern Munich are playing. They are playing like the Harlem Globetrotters of basketball. I would say there's probably not a hotter team in Europe than them Bayern Munich boys. And the good thing is that the Chelsea game's killed off. They haven't even got to worry about that. The second thing is that any boy that comes in and puts a Bayern Munich shirt on, he wants to play in them games. So they're going to use their squad, and they're all going to be absolutely sizzling. And by the way, gentlemen, you can rest easy, because I've already given out my European trap of the weekend, which was Eibar at home at 1.7. Although I was tempted to go for Augsburg to be my trap at plus 2,800. Okay, Alex. Leverkusen 1.75, minus 133, draw 4.2, which is plus 320, and Frankfurt 4.95 plus 395. There looks like goals, Alex.
Yeah, first of all, King George, you saying that he just saw your last goal from your career as a football player. And this is what he wanted me to transmit you this,
That wasn't my last goal. That was just the last goal of that season. I played 9 more years after that. Thanks for that.
Maybe,
and as a striker, you can't
so,
have 9 years of a drought.
In 9 years, you failed to score?
Exactly. According to George, I did.
Okay. Leverkusen and Eintracht Frankfurt. Many German teams in Europa League this season in the last 16, and the 2 of them are playing next week in Europa League on Thursday. Leverkusen, an easier match against the Rangers. Eintracht, I think against Rangers it was Leverkusen, right? Yes. Eintracht not so easy. I think that this Leverkusen side turned the wheel after the winter break. Eintracht very poor on the road this season in Bundesliga. Just 2 wins and 1 draw in 11 matches. Imagine that. I think that the reason is that they don't have a long bench, and because they are playing in both Europa League right now, and they are trying their best to go deep in the competition. They are closer to the relegation zone than they are to the European spots. 7 points above the relegation zone, 8 points behind the European spots. I think that Leverkusen are by far the better side between the two. I also expect goals, so I have 2 bets for this match. I'm going over 3 goals on the Asian handicap at 1.86, and I'm going Leverkusen to win, which is my banker at 1.75.
Okay, and that's your banker. You've got that out of the way early. Radek, Leverkusen 1.75. I was mightily impressed with their patience, discipline, and execution away in Porto last week.
Yeah, they play great at the moment. They are not losing points as they did in the first half of the season. So they are a team who has the chance to climb a little bit more high in the standings as well, and secure the Champions League spots. So they have to win this game for sure. But as we say in Germany, you can't trust Bayer Leverkusen. It's not really a saying here, but I don't trust them. So, but one thing looks certain for me as well, as Alex said, over 3 goals in a game between these 2 teams, because Leverkusen gets goals and Frankfurt is able to score goals and will get goals as well. So over 3 goals is my bet here as well, with an odd of 1.86.
Yeah, we like
I
that.
I was very impressed with Leverkusen also against Porto. Both match won by the German team. Of course, after that, it was a little bit of a surprise to see them performing so well against RB Leipzig. But again, we predicted that. I think that they should win this game. You remember 3 rounds ago, when Radek was saying they must win against Union Berlin if the people should trust them to be Champions League in Champions League position. And I really think that right now Leverkusen are better than Borussia Mönchengladbach, for example. I think that that will be the change in the German Bundesliga standings between Leverkusen and Gladbach, and we'll see a top 4 position: Bayern, Dortmund, Leipzig, and Leverkusen.
You don't think there's any chance of Bremen making a run for it, Alex? Okay, Alex, I'll leave you that one. Wolfsburg 4.2 plus 320, draw 3.82 plus 282, and RB Leipzig 1.93 minus 108. Is this a trappy price? I'm not going to go with a trap because I like RB Leipzig, and anything is it was possible with them. But at 1.93, it looks very appetizing.
So Donny is on chat. We welcome Donny. He's asking you if there are any worms left on the hook. As you guys are giving worms for breakfast, we are giving worms for dinner right now with our content. I hope that I'm not going to play this match from a winner's market perspective, because I'm really scared about this match, about this Wolfsburg side at home. We've seen RB Leipzig having troubles with Leverkusen last week. We know that the most important match for them right now, it will be played on next Tuesday at home against the mighty Tottenham, who are enjoying a good series of defeats in a row across all competitions. And I think that Wolfsburg have the chance to win at least 1 point from this match. They are in great shape. They are fighting for that European position there. They are coming after some brilliant matches. I think that they are unbeaten in the last 5. They are scoring goals for fun, and I think that they can do some magic here against RB Leipzig. I'm going the Alex Classic here, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.9.
It's a decent price, that, you know. That really is a decent price. I wrote down the Alex Classic just off the top of my head, and then I'm thinking to myself, Leipzig at 1.93, but I can easily see this being even a 2-2 draw. Yeah, great game, entertaining game. Wolfsburg love to play on the front foot. The problem is when you play on the front foot against Leipzig, you can be on the attack and 4 seconds later you'll be taking the ball out the back of your own net. So, like that. Alex Classic 1.9. Radek, Gladbach 3.25, which is plus 225 draw. 3.95, which is plus 295. And Dortmund at 2.22, plus 122. Dortmund are on fire as well.
Yeah, but they're facing their most important game so far on next Tuesday, I think, against Paris Saint-Germain, the rematch. They won the home game 2-1, but the one goal of Neymar can kill them, and I think they are at Paris with their heads, and that's why this Bundesliga game is very tough for them, because Gladbach is getting stronger within the last weeks, and they can hurt Dortmund here, because Dortmund didn't play very well against Freiburg last week. They were even a bit lucky not to draw this game, maybe. But anyway, I think the Gladbach can make a point here, and that's why I like the odds of 3.9 for a draw. And I will go for it and make a draw XBet, Radek's bet here. And I don't know what's your opinion about the games in the Champions League, because sometimes you have teams who heat up in the games before important games and score a lot of goals. Other teams are focused on the next game and let play their second bench team or something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure what's Dortmund doing.
Yeah, it's difficult for Dortmund because I don't think they've got that depth in their squad where they've got the real quality that they could maybe play or rest their players on a Saturday afternoon. But PSG is definitely their biggest game of the season outside of playing, obviously, Bayern. It's a tough game for them. It's a tough game. And Gladbach at home, they're decent. I think that 2.2... It's a good price, and if you just went on the face of it, you'd probably go with Dortmund to win this game. Now, they'd want to go into the game next week against PSG, one with no injuries, but they wouldn't want to go in on the back of a dodgy performance. So I think Dortmund will probably put their best foot forward. I think the draw is probably the value, Radek, to be honest. Alex, do you like the draw?
No, I don't like the draw because 2.2, it's very tough to find the Dortmund at 2.2 in this top shape that they are right now. 3 clean sheets in a row in the Bundesliga, 4 from the last 5 matches, clean sheets. This is a huge surprise to see Dortmund not to conceding so many goals. Yes, if they were not playing Paris Saint-Germain next week, they were my banker of the week. But I have to pass it as a banker because that is, I think, that the most important match from the two of them. But let's be honest, 4 points behind the Bayern Munich. Anything can happen. 10 matches till the end of the season. I know that they always screw the end of the season. This is what Dortmund does every single season, you know. So they will probably not even touch Bayern Munich in the standings there. But I love the Alex Classic here, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at 1.7, because Gladbach are not Freiburg, they are not Werder Bremen, and they are playing at home, you know. And Gladbach right now are in a great shape. I think that they lost the last match in January, around the mid-January. I think that they have 5 matches, unbeaten matches, and won 3 of them, and they scored in every match. So it's very important, this top great shape that they are in right now. This is why the Alex Classic at 1.7 represents great value, in my opinion. You can go also over 3 goals on the Asian handicap, which is around even money.
I look at the players and think they don't want to get injured. The world's eyes are going to be on them. Obviously, they've got the lead going into the second leg. I just think we might only see Dortmund at 80%. Now, is that 80% good enough to get a result in Gladbach? It all does point to the draw. So if we're going for the Alex Classic as well, we want a 2-2. And we have been known on this show to get the correct results. So we've got your banker, Radek, is... What is your banker? Is it Leverkusen?
Yeah, I have to bet on this because 3 goals in a game between Leverkusen and Frankfurt should be not a bad thing, and I can't see a better bet here.
Okay, and Alex, your banker?
Leverkusen to win at 1.75.
Yeah, that's it. So Radek is over 3 goals at 1.86, and Leverkusen just to win. Poor old Frankfurt, they're getting no votes. And as we do now on this show, as long as Juve Rossler is in charge, we cheer on Fortuna Düsseldorf. I think it was 3-3 last weekend, and they were up. And then obviously they took their foot off the gas and came away with just a point. So good luck to them. Gentlemen, Radek, have a great weekend. Let's eat into that 5.7 deficit. Alex, if you want to stay with me, that'll be great.
Yes.
Obviously for you. But first of all, we're going to talk about... See you, Radek. You take care. First of all, we're going to talk about a poker tournament next Tuesday on March the 10th. Can you take it away, please, Lee?
What's going on, guys? Lee Martin here to present to you UWager's 3rd annual $1,000 Bounty Free Roll Poker Showdown with SBR. The poker tournament will be held on March 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and will be broadcasted live over here at SBR headquarters. If you do not want to play in the tournament but want to just sit back and watch the event from the comfort of your own home, then you can watch all the hot action on SBR's YouTube channel at SBR Sports. If you do want to participate in the tournament and want a chance to win some extra cash for March Madness, then simply sign up for the tournament via sbrvideo.com/poker. You must have an active UWager account in order to participate in the tournament. So, if you do not have a UWager account, do not worry. Signing up is very simple, and we have everything you need in order to sign up. Just head over to sbrvideo.com/poker. Click Join Now, fill out the information boxes, then wait until March 10th to register into the event. Registration for the tournament will begin at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 hours before the event commences. Registration is free, with a $1,000 prize that is up for grabs, and that is not the only prize to offer. There will be a $100 bounty on the heads of each of our 6 key personalities. The SBR personalities participating in the tournament are yours truly, everyone's favorite man Flash, Donnie Rightside, and Sports Keg CEO Jason Paglia. There will also be 2 members of the UWager family joining us in-house at SBR headquarters. So take your chances by joining us March 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and try to knock us all out to win $1,000 or more. Again, if you want to participate in the UWager $1,000 Bounty Free Roll Poker Tournament with SBR, then head over to sbrvideo.com/poker and join now. Registration to the tournament is free, so why not join in on all the action and play for a chance to win $1,000 or more? Be sure to stay tuned to SBR's Twitter page at SBR Sports Picks for all updates regarding the event. Also, be sure to subscribe to SBR's YouTube channel at SBR Sports to receive all content updates. It's going to be a very fun and intense night on March 10th, so I hope to see you guys then.
Thanks, Lee. I cannot wait. First of all, Alex, we're looking at the Serie A. We've got no Chef Michael. He's not very well. Last week...
1 second, please. 1 second, please. Come on. Don't get into this business right yet. Did I hear correct? Your favorite man, the best man. What you said about you? The
Who?
best Flash, the best man, the favorite, everyone's favorite man. So everyone is favoring you?
Well, I don't get to hear it, so I don't know what's said, to be honest. But I've obviously played it.
You must watch that.
I've played a bit of
she's saying
poker in
some
my
good
time.
stuff about you.
Yeah, I've played a bit of poker. My children played from about the age of 2 or 3, so that's always good. It was a family. Most households, they played Monopoly or they played Jenga. But we got the poker chips out, and none of them like losing. So
What's the price for you to go out first in the poker tournament?
it won't happen. You can name it.
No, from the 6 people, I mean, not
Yeah,
from
it won't
the
happen.
entire
No,
tournament.
it won't happen.
Okay.
You know it'll happen now, though. In the last poker tournament, I came like 42nd or 43rd, and I lasted 3 hours or 2.5 hours. I had one hand all night. I was having to make moves with like 8-4 offsuit and it was scary. I was not destined to do well, Alex. Anyway, this coronavirus, is it going to affect the Serie A even more this weekend? They're closing schools. There's buses stopping. I know that we've got 4 selections from yourself. Chef Michael's not well. How do you think do you think we'll have any games this weekend?
I hope that Chef Michael is not affected by the coronavirus because the Italian domestic league and the Italian Cup and all the matches in Italy are affected badly. And the most affected teams are the ones that are participating in the European competitions because there is no date for them to replay the match, because it's so complicated to find a specific date for Juventus and Inter to play the postponed match. All the postponed match from last week, we don't know yet if matches will happen this week. The sports minister declared today that everything will be okay. They will all play on behind closed doors because after that, there is no possible way for the Italian Serie A to finish this season. Wait, because the problem doesn't stop here. The problem is with Euro 2020, which will not happen. Will happen across all Europe. After that is with the Olympics this summer. So everything is complicated. But the numbers are improving. The coronavirus numbers are improving week by week, meaning that less and less people get infested, or how you want to say. But Italy is the most is in the most danger, let's say, from all the European countries, despite having a great medical system.
Okay, can we have a look at the records, please, Rafa? Overall record, unbelievable, at 38.9. You've got to be so proud with yourselves. I will speak as if Chef Michael's still here because he is part of the team. Average price of 1.99, which is absolutely brilliant. Individual records, please. Alex, 9.9, which is always nice. And Chef Michael, profit of 29. You're having a great season. What do you put it down to, mostly, Alex?
Consistency, bankroll management, great. I think that the basic when you're a capper is not to complicate yourself with many sports, and even when you're capping one sport, to do it good in one 2-3 leagues maximum. As you are doing your job in Premier League, I'm doing my job in a Serie A, Bundesliga, and Europa League. Overall, together on all shows, so I cap Champions League, Europa League, and the two leagues, Bundesliga and Serie A. I'm at around 45 this season. Last season was even better than this one. So I'm expecting an increase also this season. My goal is always to finish the season with 50 units. 50 units is great if you finish every season, and we are doing that for the last 5 years with SBR, with Odds Market, and again with SBR right now. So yeah, we have a great team of tipsters. Everything is teamwork, because some of us might be down, some of us might be up. But we are counting it as overall, So we are here, and this is why they didn't took us out yet, because we are profitable.
Okay, as you can see, I've got no computer because it broke this morning when I was doing the college basketball. But if there's anyone in the chat and this is your first time, then please press the subscribe button, ring the bell, and then we can notify you when any content is coming from any sport, from any show. And it would be great to have you on board. That's what we do it for. We'll be waiting for you, and then you could be waiting for us to let you know. Alex, let's start off with Atalanta, 2.15, which is plus 115 draw, 3.8, which is plus 280, and Lazio, 3.4 plus 240. That's massive.
Atalanta, no, it's not massive on Lazio. Atalanta, you never know with Atalanta. They scored 7 goals. 7 goals last week. 7 goals 5 weeks ago against Torino, and also somewhere in the middle, I think that every week they are scoring 2+ goals. They are a brilliant team. Also in Champions League, they showed what they are capable of. They smashed Valencia in Champions League, and I cannot expect from the second leg to happen, and for Atalanta to arrive in their first year in Champions League in the history in the quarterfinals. That's massive. That's absolutely amazing. This is a great story we love to watch as neutral fans. I think that many neutral fans are supporting right now Atalanta, not only because of this season, but if you remember also last season, they were the best attacking side in Italy, and they will once again be the best attacking side in Italy for the second season in a row. That's not something small. That's something huge, because we are talking about Juventus. We are talking about Lazio, Inter, Roma, Napoli, Milan. Teams with a lot of money, with a great budget. And we are talking about Atalanta, not necessarily with huge stars. Okay, you will say Duvan Zapata, you will say Luis Muriel, you will say Pasalic, but those are Ilicic, those are players that started to become good with years with Atalanta. They did their career with Atalanta. This is what I love about this team. And on the other side, we have Lazio. I think that they are the most in shape team in Italy right now. Brilliantly going out of Europa League, because they knew that they don't have a long bench to play in 2 competitions in the same time, and they're focused on their domestic league, and they are first right now. Of course, Juventus have one match less, 1 match in hand on them, but I don't know, with all these problems, with Juventus lack of performance, with Juventus lack of consistency, I don't know. This might be the year with another winner than Juventus. So 2 great teams, Lazio and Atalanta. What you expect more than the Alex Classic right here at 1.75? Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at 1.75, which is also my banker. First match, first banker.
Yeah, we like that. We like that. Now let's kick on then, because we're running out of time. Verona, 3.75 plus 275. Draw, 3.4, which is plus 240. And Napoli, 2.19 plus 119. If the real Napoli turns up, this 2.19 is a massive value.
That's why I'm going with the away win here. Napoli, who are doing brilliantly lately. They did also a magnificent game against Barcelona in Champions League. They were a little bit unlucky not to win that match, to be honest. I was always a fan of Barcelona, but this season for Barcelona, I think that Napoli, if they give 100% in the second leg, they have great chances to qualify further in the competition. Barcelona, huge disappointment this season. So yeah, Napoli, but Verona are a tough side to play against. But I still think that Napoli should deliver in this one. And the price is good. If they were priced at 1.9, 1.85, I wouldn't take them. But at 2.19, I must take Napoli for a win here.
Yeah, your only worry is that they've already got one eye on the Camp Nou. So, and you know what Napoli are like. If they turn it on, then they win the game. If they've got one eye on Camp Nou, then it might be a struggle. But the 2.19 is definitely there to suck you in. Now, I feel sorry for this game. Bologna 5.0 plus 400, draw 3.85 plus 285, and Juve 1.8, which is minus 125. We're saying and we're hearing that this will be played behind closed doors. How gutting is that for the hierarchy of Bologna? Because this would have been one of their biggest attendances of the season, Alex.
This is why I don't understand the price on Juventus at 1.8. This is too big. If we are talking about a match behind closed doors, played behind closed doors, and against a Bologna side who are winless in the last 3 matches, and in 2 of them they failed to find the back of the net. Juventus are shaky, of course, but with a Bologna without fans in the stadium, I think that Ronaldo and company will go for the throat here, because that they know they can't afford to lose another match, because already Lazio are 2 points above them in the standings. So yeah, the season is getting to an end. A few more matches. I think that 12 if I remember correct in Italy, 12 rounds. Okay, we don't know with how and when it will end, but yeah, I think that Juventus will win this match at 1.8. Incredible set of votes for a match behind closed doors with Juventus priced at 1.8.
Yeah, I think the Juve-Inter game, obviously the coronavirus is not a good thing, but it might be brilliant for Serie A, because I think it's around May the 10th that they've said that they're actually going to play that game, and obviously that could be where the title goes, or the title is decided. Last game, Lecce 5.2, which is plus 420. The draw 4.2, which is plus 320. And AC Milan is 1.68, minus 146. How's Ibrahimovic done so far in your eyes, Alex?
Ibrahimovic is a leader. You cannot expect him to score in each match at his age. He creates chances for his teammates. He is more for the good moral of the players, if I can say that, because this is what he does. He's a leader also inside and outside the pitch, on the pitch and outside the pitch, because he has so much experience at so many levels, also European levels, also international level. Also, he worked with amazing coaches during his career, so he knows how to talk with the young players. He knows how to motivate them during the match also, because that counts a lot when you are 1 goal down, 2 goals down. The leader from the pitch must come to you and tell you some words, because you are not playing good. Let's change some stuff. He is brought here with a reason, and the reason is for the morale of the players, for the good morale of the players, for a boost in confidence, and he's doing an amazing job. So, but I don't trust AC Milan on the road. I think that Lecce will find the back of the net. Lecce are a team fighting to avoid relegation, and it's always dangerous to play against such a side. So I really like this both teams to score at 1.7. I don't even want to touch the winners market here because I don't trust AC Milan on the road, and because this match will have no fans. So if there is something as huge value on the winners market, I would play it a draw at 4.0 plus 300.
Okay, and your banker is the Alex Classic, Atlanta versus Lazio. Alex, have a great week. We'll see you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Monday when we do the European show.
Yeah, see you on Monday for Champions League and the Europa League, and I hope that these matches will gonna play in Serie A, because last week we worked for our bets. We did so much research, and I went 1-0. Only one match played, you know. Thank God that the parlay won, and I chose the only 3 matches on the card with who played.
Excellent stuff. We'll speak as we go as well. Thanks as always to Alex. And get well, Chef Michael. Just because you're not here, you're not being forgotten. And we're not replacing you either. Alex, you take care. So that's La Liga, Bundesliga and Serie A all sorted out. Premier League punters tomorrow. And remember, the college basketball. March into Madness, 9:30 Eastern Time, every single morning. And we're getting closer and closer to that bracket next Sunday. You take care.